Just seems like it's taking a long time for that one. Okay.
Happy Saturday night, everybody. O.G.I.C. Getting ready to cook up some fun and some food. We'll wait for a minute or two. Wait for people to come in the room. Got Mrs. Old Guy going to help out with the chat this evening because the way I have to set up, there's no way I can see the monitor from everything. So Mrs. Old Guy is kind enough to kind of take care of the chat for me and let me know who's coming in and so forth. But she is going to be just 1 second. She's feeding our doggies, not the puppies, but the dogs. It's kind of past their supper time a little bit, so Mrs. Old Guy is getting their food together real quick. But in the meantime, to whoever is in the room right now, welcome. Doug, my brother, I'm sure you're watching. Hi, Doug. Hi, Shar. I'm glad you guys are tuning in. As everybody knows, or maybe you don't know, it's ham and beans night, and with homemade tortillas. This was a what do you call it? Not necessarily a request, but a suggestion given by John last week, and so I added some blue corn polenta to it.
Janice is here.
Janice, hi Janice, welcome. Is that it? Just Janice so far?
Yeah, and John.
Oh, John.
You already
Okay.
seen him. So.
Yeah, well, I was just making sure, because sometimes people come in and out. So, John, hello.
Stoner Kitchen just came in.
Stoner, welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Tom Quat Nation.
Tom Quat Nation. Allah. So, I kind of got a lot going on tonight, so I'm not going to wait too much longer before I get started. I'm going to make the blue corn polenta, cheesy, oniony, delicious polenta. And it's got to be cooled off for a while before I go on to the next step with it. So I'm going to get that started right away. And then I'm going to move on to making those homemade tortillas. The ham and beans have been cooking in the crock pot. I know you can't really see anything other than really this, but they've been cooking all day. Started them about, I think it was like 9 o'clock this morning. And I'm telling you what, the house smells amazing. So, I guess I'm going to get rolling on this. I might as well, because it is going to take a little bit. So, I got pull down my blue corn here. And get some water. Alright. So this starts off pretty much just like making any cornmeal mush or whatever. Or even like making like cream of wheat or something like that. It's pretty simple. And this is a pretty small batch. If you want to make more than this makes, if you want to try it, just double or triple or whatever the ingredients. Okay, so I got a cup of water, and
John said, "Hey, Tom."
Awesome, John. All right, so I guess I'll use this.
Turn on some light.
I'm sorry.
Light.
Back here. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Better.
Okay. So, now to this, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons. Oh, yeah. 3, 4, 5. Okay. There's 6 tablespoons of this blue corn meal. get that kind of stirred in there real quick. And I'm going to add some dried onion. I don't know if anybody's ever really used these or not, but I really like the flavor that these have. If you wanted to use fresh onion, that would work great too, just finely minced. But I'm going to add kind of a heaping tablespoon in there. Come on.
Stoner Kitchen says he loves throwing some ham hocks in his beans.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ham hocks, absolutely. In this case, what we had was some boneless ham. So, but yeah, the benefit of the flavor from the bone is always nice. Okay, so you got to keep this stirred up because it gets thick pretty quick. I'll show you here in just a second.
John says he's watching ghost hunting and watching you at the same time.
Nice.
He is ghost hunting. Crazy Dad came in.
Hey,
All of
Tim.
us guys from the Crazy Dad show. Say hi, Tom, and everybody.
Hello. Tim and Les and Nate, if you're watching. Hi, guys. So I was just... Okay, you've seen, for the guys that were just here a little earlier, you can see that polenta is cooked up pretty thick pretty quickly. So I'm going to turn the heat down now. And that's just the water and the onion flakes. I'm going to set that aside just for a second. Let's see here. I'm going to grab some cheese to put in there. Grab a couple things. Okay. So I just got just a mild cheddar. Any kind of hard cheese or firm cheese. You still want one that's going to melt, so like Parmesan really wouldn't work. Like mozzarella, or maybe pepper jack or jack cheese. Let's see, just going to kind of ballpark this. I'm guessing that's about 3 ounces. We'll see what it looks like here. Roughly, I'm going to want about a cup of grated, so we'll just see.
John says bacon is good too.
Oh, I love bacon. And the bacon and beans, you betcha. And I was tempted to put some in this, but I just wanted to stick to the old-fashioned, real traditional ham and beans, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. All right. So let's see here. All right, there's a cup. Set this aside. Hey, Chumley. Okay. There's a cup of that grated cheese. And I'm going to dump that in here. And stir it around until it melts.
John says Velveeta.
Nope. This is shredded cheddar. You could use Velveeta. Well, no, I wouldn't, because you want a cheese that firms up when it gets cold, and Velveeta never does really get that firm. You could use it, I suppose, if you wanted.
And Jana says Chumley came to help.
He did. He's a great help. All right. Give this just another second here, and this blue corn polenta will be done with this step.
John says Chumley is going to supervise.
He does. He does all the time. Sometimes he's even a taste tester to make sure I've got everything just right. Not all the time, but once in a while. Okay, so I'm going to need a little pan. myself a spatula. Now the trick is to spread this out in an even layer. I wouldn't go less than a half an inch thick. Let's give it another little stir, make sure it's all melted. Looks pretty good. So I'm just going to get that in there. I will show you guys here in just a second. This is a yummy side dish. I do this for Mrs. O.G.I.C on occasion because she cannot have regular potatoes. And with the blue corn, it has a surprising resemblance to mashed potato flavor when I do the polenta like this. Alright, so I'm just going to spread it out. Then I'm going to get to the tortillas right straight away here. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you can, there you go. So that's about 3/4 of an inch thick, roughly. Kind of smooth it out a little bit here. Okay. It's kind of like Play-Doh. Okay, see? Now I'm going to have Mrs. O.G.I.C, thank you, stick that in the freezer because I want it to chill really quick. If you want to make this, you could just put it in the fridge for a few hours and let it get cold. So, but for the sake of tonight, I want to get it done, so in the freezer. Oh, whoop. Sorry, Chumley. Didn't see you down there, buddy. I suppose I should give this a taste. Okay.
John asked what you're having for dessert.
Well, if I have any of the tortilla dough left over, I'll probably roll it out and fry it up like some sopapillas or something. You know, have it with some honey. That's probably what I'll do. Alright, get that out of the way. Okay, now right away I want to get started on the tortillas. So, get this out of my way. The flour box here. So, 1.25 cups on the flour.
What happened with this?
Oh, go ahead. Do what you need to do, Mrs. O.G.I.C. Is that better? Okay, it'll take a second before you can see it. So yeah, okay, 1.25 cups of flour. Just a regular all-purpose. Set that aside for a minute. Need some salt. That just 1/2 teaspoon. This is just a small batch, so I'm not going to make a lot of tortillas. Okay, so there's 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we'll get some baking powder. And we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of the baking powder. I like to make it a little bit heavy. Okay, a couple tablespoons of butter. That's close. Put the paddle back on. Normally you do that by hand, yeah, but I decided might as well just use the mixer. Need some water. 1/2 cup. Miss O.G.I.C, did I add the salt?
I don't know. I haven't been watching. Sorry.
What do you guys remember? Did I add the salt? I don't remember adding the salt.
Uncle Les asks if Tom has ever heard of Hawaiian sausage casserole.
No, I haven't. Is it made with those little cocktail weenies? Just wondering.
Arthur's here.
Arthur! Hey, Arthur!
Hey Tom, this sounds great. Can't wait to join you again next week.
Crash bang. Oh, yeah. Can't wait till it either. What are we going to do? We decided on something. I got to think now. What are we going to do, Arthur?
Do you believe in ghosts? John wants to know.
Say what?
John wants to know if you believe in ghosts.
If I believe in ghosts? I'm just saying I'll keep my options open. I don't know that I do, but then again, I don't know that I don't. So,
Two fluffy bearded men.
hey, Robert.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm glad you're here, man. Really, glad you're here. Just to catch those that just came in, the Hannah beads are over here in the crock pot. I'll get a shot of this here. The polenta, the blue corn, the cheesy, oniony blue corn polenta is in the freezer, chilling out. And I got the tortilla dough mixing up right here, which is done. All right. Oh yeah. Oh. That's like almost like chewed bubble gum.
Arthur said,
So nice.
I think we were talking about maple bacon burgers.
Yes, that's right. We're gonna make maple bacon jam. Correct. Thank you, Arthur. Maple bacon jam. And we'll be using real maple syrup. I made sure that I'm not talking this artificial pancake stuff. Real maple syrup. So, looking forward to that. That's right. Thank you, Arthur. Kind of forgot about that.
Crazy Dad said, Uncle said that he would send you the recipe. He has some other recipes he would like you to see too.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you guys. You know, we've talked through email. Hang on one sec. Got to get something, put this cheese away. Yeah, we've chatted a little bit through email, so please send them. I would love to see any suggestions. Absolutely. And you never know, some of them I might use for, a live stream idea. So, yes, absolutely. Please, Uncle, I appreciate that. Uncle. Yeah.
Stoner Kitchen says, how would those Vienna sausages pair with the Dorito Doom? LOL.
How would they pair? About as well as they do with each other. Do you know what I mean? The the combination of the two of them would be even worse than the combination of the original pairs. Does that make sense? What did I just say, Mrs. Old Guy?
And John says, what about chocolate and meatloaf donuts?
Chocolate and meatloaf donuts. Well, you know what? I guess I'll give it some consideration.
The two fluffy bearded men, what is your number one thing to make and eat?
My number one thing to make. What do you think, Mrs. Old Guy? What's one of the ones that I really like to make? Are we talking? Let me ask you this. Let's narrow it down just a little bit. Are we talking like an entree or a dessert? I'm not sure what you mean. So I got to think about that for a second. What my favorite? Read it again, Mrs. Old Guy.
What is your number one thing to make and eat?
Make and eat. Okay, see, now you made me think, and that's a bad idea. You know, pretty soon there'll be smoke coming out of my rusty old ears. Man, I don't know. Seriously, there is a Korean dish called bulgogi, and in fact, I did do a video on it, and it's something I grew up with. It my brother, all my brothers were older, so but one of my brothers married a really lovely lady from Korea, and so that's one of the things that she made all the time, and so I grew up eating it, and I did a video on it. I absolutely love that stuff. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, I'll have to say that. That's something I really could eat every day.
Arthur says, I like meatloaf and donuts, but the two together might shatter reality.
Well, it might, because earlier on Val's live stream, Stoner Kitchen said that if I ever get kumquats, it's going to screw up the space-time continuum, and maybe right. So I'm going to drink some coffee for a second here.
Two-bearded Ben, how about a favorite meal combo that you make?
A favorite meal combo? I don't know, Miss Old Guy, come on, help me out here. There's things that I make that we both, think are, Yeah, see, she's having a hard time thinking either. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
Because I like to do different videos, I go through a lot of my favorite things. So, like
your stuffed burgers were really
stuff.
good.
Yeah, I like.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's I guess it's not really a combination of things. It's not
Yeah.
like fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy, or maybe with some corn on the cob or something. So when it comes to meals like that, I suppose I'm going to go to Jaeger Schnitzel. Absolutely love Jaeger Schnitzel, and that's if you don't know, it's a pork steak. It's got a mushroom gravy and German noodles or dumplings and some kind of vegetable. Traditionally, I think it's peas. But yeah, I absolutely love Jaeger Schnitzel, and that's something I did do a version of it, which is on a video, but that's another one I absolutely love, is Jaeger Schnitzel. After being in Germany for 3 years in the military, I ate it all the time. Loved it.
The two fluffy bearded men says, I really want to try Korean food. Tried Thai food yesterday and it was so good.
Oh yeah, Thai food is awesome, especially some of the hot stuff that they make is really good. Some of it's a bit too hot for me, but a lot of it's really good, and I just like at that perfect spice level where it's making you sweat, and your mouth's maybe on fire a little bit, but you're still tasting the flavor of the next bite. So some stuff's too hot.
John says, how about Carolina Reaper okra gumbo?
Carolina Reaper okra gumbo. Oh, John, I tell you, you come up with some doozies.
Silver Kitchen says, croissant breakfast sandwiches are one of my favorite things on earth.
There we go. How about if I do that? I'll do the stoner. I'll tell you what. Now, the only thing I'll actually be able to do on video is cut and roll the dough, but I will make the croissants, and what I'll do is I'll make a video of that, and that will precede the live show. But I'll make some croissants and we'll do some sandwiches. So that sounds good. I'll do that next week. So, Mrs. Old Guy, mark that down, please, so that I don't forget and we know what's going on. Then. So.
Next week you have Arthur coming over. You can't do it.
Oh yeah, okay. So I guess that's right. Next week's taken up. So week after next. That's right. Thank you, Mrs. Old Guy. See, that's why she's here. I mean, really, she keeps me straight. Homages, Mrs. Old Guy. I got to do that. And fluffy bearded men. I'm curious. Where are you from? What state or city or area or whatever are you from? Personally, we live on the western slope of Colorado, where it's fairly, unpopulated. I guess the biggest city near us would be Delta. And that's not really that big of a city, but Delta, Colorado. Just curious. That's curious. I think Tim and Uncle Wes and them, Crazy Dad, they are in Ohio. And Janice is in California, Southern California. And who else do we have in the room?
Stoner Kitchen.
Stoner is in Arizona, I believe.
John.
John, I think he said he recently moved from Texas to California, if I remember right from last week. But I'm an old guy. I don't remember a whole lot too well.
Fluffy bearded man says that gumbo would burn the hair off your ear.
Oh boy. That almost brought me up to one of my old routines. Many years ago, I did stand-up comedy, and back when I was a young man, I was doing an old man, and yeah, but I'm not going to go with that joke right there, but it sure reminded me of one. All right, so Miss Old Guy, I think it might be long enough for you to bring that tray of polenta out. I'm just waiting for a minute. It's best if you let this dough sit for a few before you roll it out. So I'm just letting it sit while I talk. I'm going to just check this. I may have you put it back. Yeah. I'll go ahead and get these tortillas rolled out though. They have set long enough. I'm only going to make 2 of them. There's no sense in making any more. And like I said a little while ago, I'm probably going to make like some sopapilla, kind of whatchamacallits, fry them up. So, all right. Well, I guess before I do that, I should just give that table a quick wipe off. All right. And these beans, I'm telling you, the smell has been driving Mrs. Old Guy me crazy all afternoon. They smell just amazing. All right.
The 2 fluffy bearded men said, northeast part of Connecticut. My dad lives in Nebraska, so next time I'm up there visiting, maybe I'll take a drive to Colorado and cook with you.
Well, that would be awesome. And and you'd be welcome. You'd definitely be welcome. I got a decent smoker out back. I got a halfway decent grill. You bet. Come on.
John says his favorite is homemade beef enchilada spaghetti.
Interesting, John. And so, bearded. Can I just say bearded? Would that be all right? What are your favorites? What are your favorite things? What's from Connecticut? I imagine there's probably some regional favorites that you probably like that I maybe now haven't even heard of. So yeah, I'm curious what sort of things do you guys like? And the same with all of you, since the question's been asked. what what kind of food? John just said he liked the enchilada. What was it?
Beef enchilada spaghetti.
Beef enchilada spaghetti. Okay, that's enough for a tortilla.
Stoner Kitchen asked, what is your least favorite food place?
My least favorite food place? Are we talking like restaurant or fast food? Because if it's fast food, my least favorite's McDonald's. I'll eat there on occasion, if they're maybe doing something special or whatever, but rarely. I don't know if it's about 2 years ago or maybe more. We took one of my our other dogs. They've both passed since then, but we took them down to McDonald's on Easter, I think, and we bought them each a hamburger. And I told them just plain hamburger, so they gave us the meat on the bun, nothing else. They both ate it and they both threw up. What's that tell you about McDonald's hamburgers? So, anyway, all right, I'm gonna get these rolled out pretty thin.
Two Fluffy Bearded Men says you can't never go wrong with someone smoking ribs or beef brisket.
Oh,
Those
no.
are his favorite foods cooked on a smoker.
Oh yeah. I was a pit master for about 15 years in my career, so I know my way around a brisket. I know my way around some ribs, chicken, turkey, sausages. Yeah, you name it. I'll smoke some of it. You bet. I like to do it. So you bet. As a matter of fact, you come up and we'll do. You smoke one of your favorite things, and I'll smoke up a dessert. Okay, I'll do my smoked apple dessert.
Janice says she really likes the katsu curry, which is a deep fried pork cutlet with Japanese curry over rice.
Wow, I've never heard of that. Sounds good though. Say that again, please, Mrs. O.G.I.C.
Katsu, K-A-T-S-U.
Katsu?
Curry.
Katsu curry. Huh.
Deep fried pork cutlet with Japanese curry over rice.
Wow. I've never really had much in the way of curries, so, but it sounds interesting.
John said that he cooked a brisket last night in the pit.
All right.
Hi, Chris. Chris is here.
Hey, Chris.
McDonald's is better than Burger King. That's what Chris said.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was to choose between the two, I'd go to Burger King, just because I really don't like McDonald's that much. So I'd rather have the flame broiled than the. I don't know. There's just something about the McDonald's burger I don't like. I used to.
Two Fluffy Bearded Men said smoked dessert. Now that sounds amazing.
Oh man, it is good. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Okay. In fact, on one of my live streams, I did the smoked apple dessert. So if you want to at least see what it looks like, do you remember which one it was, Mrs. O.G.I.C?
I don't.
If you look at my videos, back at my previous live streams, I'm pretty sure I put on there smoked apple dessert, somewhere in there. So maybe if you search my videos, do the search thing, you'll probably find it that way. And you can get a view of it. Man, they are so good.
Janice says the least favorite fast food place in their area is Burger King, mostly because they are very inconsistent on how they make their items.
Yeah, I can understand. That's why I don't like burger or McDonald's much anymore. Like I said, once in a while. I don't like Taco Bell anymore. I used to go to Taco Bell all the time, but I don't know. There's just something about, I don't know if they changed or whatever, but the texture and flavor of their meat just, no thanks. Okay, so yes, I'm going to use my burner.
John says he don't have a least favorite fast food.
You'll eat them all?
And Crazy Dad said I would take a Whopper any day over a Big Mac.
Yes, sir. Just remember, takes two hands to handle a Whopper.
See, Fluffy Bearded Man says he would definitely go searching for it after this live.
Absolutely.
After the live stream.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna cook these up on my stovetop. Since the glass top will allow that. Otherwise, just use a cast iron pan or something. You might be limited to the size a little bit more on what you can use. I got a knife here somewhere. What did I do with it? There it is. Can you see that, Mrs. O.G.I.C?
Yeah.
Awesome.
John says double Whopper with cheese and fries and a drink is awesome.
Yep. Now, I will say one thing about Burger King. They have their little specials from time to time, and more times than not, I am disappointed with their new thing. And a good example of that was their sourdough burger. It was supposed to be the big thing, sourdough and onions, and I guess maybe their go at a patty melt, maybe. I don't know. But I didn't think it was any big deal. It wasn't any more than just a regular burger on bread. I can get that at home. So.
Chris says the White Castles is the best tacos. Bell sucks.
Yep. Now, I've never had those there. And how many have ever tried Taco Time? That's a place that we tried not too long ago for the first time. And that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good.
And Janice said sadly they don't have any White Castles out there.
Oh. They don't have any out here either.
John's here. John says, hi Tom, better late than never. Just
Hey,
got
John.
off work.
Glad you're here. Yeah, it's okay. We're cooking up the homemade tortillas, and the blue polenta is cooling in the freezer. Beans are in the pot, and yep, this was John's idea for tonight. The tortillas. Oh, look at that.
John wants to know if you like Dairy Queen.
Sure. I like Dairy Queen. We go by there sometimes when we go to Delta, and they have one there. We'll get us a cone maybe, and the dog's a little pup cup. If you go to Dairy Queen, I guess you can get a pup cup anywhere. So just a little, cup ice cream for the doggies.
Stoner Kitchen says he likes Burger King because of flame broiled flavor.
Yep, for the exact same reason here. And also Dairy Queen, or at least some of them. Apparently not all of them have the brazier burgers.
Christmas is Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is okay. I like their tacos. They were okay. I mean, for fast food, cheap old taco.
Janice found your smoked dessert and told him what it was, which live stream it was.
Awesome. Thank you, Janice.
And John said Del Taco is very good.
Is that where we went? No, which?
That was where we went in Montrose.
That was the Del Taco?
By the gas station.
Oh.
No, we went to that in...
Yeah, but we went to Del Taco. I didn't like it. But, that's okay. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean that, millions of other people don't. All right, so the tortillas are done. I'm going to let them stay here and they'll stay warm. Extra dough's off to the side. I'm gonna wipe up my stovetop here just a little bit.
Two fluffy bearded men, how do you like your burgers and steaks cooked?
Oh, I like my I like my burgers about a mid-well. My steaks between rare and mid-rare. Kind of depends on the steak. Some steaks I prefer a little more mid-rare. Some, so some more a little mid-well. Just kind of depends on the cut. Like sirloins, I like them a little more mid-well. If it's like a T-bone or something like that, I'll take that a little more medium rare. New York's same way. Okay, done with that.
Okay, just like steaks and burgers cooked medium rare.
Yep. I guess overall medium rare, yeah. All right, I gotta pull out the big guns here. Thank you, Mrs. O.G.I.C. All right, so there's that polenta, well chilled, so it's gonna hold its shape.
Don says he likes Del Taco better than Taco Bell.
Yeah, I agree. Now, yeah, which one? We went to one that we did like. Which one was that? I think it was Del Taco.
I think so.
It was Taco John's
That
we didn't like. Yeah, that was really bad.
Crazy Dad says, Tom, I have to say, that shirt is awesome. Where can I get one?
Well, you like my old guy shirt? Send me an email. I'll give you some info.
John likes his steaks and burgers medium rare.
Awesome.
Medium rare for the two fluffy bearded men. And Stoner Kitchen says, as long as my steak isn't mooing, I'll eat it.
Yeah, that sounds like your brother.
Yep.
Deb's younger brother absolutely likes his steak. Well, he probably not so much anymore, but when he was a younger man, touch it to the grill,
Turn it over.
both sides real quick, and that was good. So, yeah. All right, so I need some more butter going. Bam, into the pan. I cut these into some pieces. Grab a spatula. Okay, there we go. And like I said, this is, I absolutely prefer the blue corn polenta over yellow corn or white corn polenta. For me, this seems to get a creamier texture, and also creamier texture. It's not, it doesn't give you as much of that kind of gritty sort of feel on your tongue from regular, like a yellow polenta, so yellow corn. Get this into a pan that's reasonably hot. These are going to be good and a great topper to go with these beans. And they smell. All right, one more time. I'm going to let it lift.
John says that he
If I was a cartoon, I'd float away.
John said that he would basically anything as long as it's not moving.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's get these frying up. Now the trick to these is once you put them in, get them situated, you really don't want to mess with them. Let them cook, get crispy and golden brown, and then you flip them over. All right. Mrs. O.G.I.C, I think it's about time I pull some bowls out. And plates. Let's see here.
Two bearded men, what does polenta taste like?
Okay. If you've ever had just regular plain, like grits, it's that, like that in texture, but it's corn. Cornmeal mush, basically, is what another name for polenta. A lot of times it's served soft, and you can spice it up however you want. And this is just a variation. This one is going to taste a little bit like corn, but mostly it's going to taste like cheddar cheese and onion that I mixed in. You can make, instead of using water, you can use chicken stock, you can use vegetable stock, you can use beef stock. It'll take on pretty much whatever flavor you want to put into it. I guess, I don't know, did that answer his question, Mrs. O.G.I.C?
Chris says that he cannot eat red meat anymore. He got a rash from head to toe.
Well, that's not good.
And Crazy Dad said, Tom, could you handle the steak John Candy ate on the Great Outdoors movie?
Probably not.
And John says, old 96er.
That's way too hot. Let me turn this.
And Janice said that her husband has the same reaction to shrimp as Chris does to red meat.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, seafood for some people is like peanut allergy for others. It just really jack you up. So, or in any, I guess any food allergy, I guess.
And Arthur said that he didn't know you had merch. He'll have to get a shirt too. Gotta represent old guy president.
Well, yes, I suppose I should say something. It's kind of a brand new thing. Didn't want to say anything to anybody till actually had something in hand. So, but yeah, my new cool old guy in Colorado shirt. Got another one too, but the printer didn't have them ready. So, or actually the embroidery place, whatever.
Two fluffy bearded men says he's gonna have to give it a try.
Yes,
Polenta?
please do. Please do. I did do a video on polenta not too long ago, and I just used the yellow cornmeal. It was what I had on hand at the time. So, but the recipe applies the same to both the yellow and the blue, or any cornmeal. Okay, let's get these flipped over. They're looking beautiful. Come on now.
John says you have his vote for president.
No thanks.
And Chris says doctor said that it was either too much penicillin in the meat or he's got Lyme's disease or had Lyme's disease.
Wow, well that sucks. Can you guys see that? How crispy and that is crispy. Can you see that? It'll be there in a second, I guess. I'll hold it there for a minute so you guys can see. Look at that. Golden brown. Yummy. Here, back here more.
I haven't seen it yet,
Yeah, it's going to be a second. For me, there's about an 18 or 20 second delay between when I do something and when you see it, or maybe even as long as a minute. So
you can see it pretty good. When you move it back, it'll be better.
Okay. So that's what it looks like so far. And now we're just going to let this next side get crispy and toasty brown like that. It won't take very long. Pan's pretty hot now, so second side usually browns up quicker than the first. So, and then the only thing we're going to do is salt that a little bit. What did I do with my salt shaker?
Don said it looks delicious. Hot it is.
Oh, thank you. It is delicious. the texture inside is much more like mashed potatoes than it is cornmeal. It's very smooth and buttery. In fact, if you were to make this and add a tablespoon of cream, or maybe two, depending on how big of a batch you make, that'd really also add to the texture. Like this, it's super good.
Janice says, looks like scrapple.
Scrapple, yeah, I guess it does, kind of.
John said, President for Kumquat Nation.
President for Kumquat Nation. Let me think about that. I don't know if I want that kind of responsibility, president of anything. Oh.
Uncle said, thanks for the water in that Vienna chocolate challenge.
Oh, did you need it?
We needed it. Oh.
I cannot wait to see the video. I cannot wait. When I did it, yeah, I wish I'd have had some water. I wish I'd have thought about it more than anything. I just didn't think about it. Otherwise, yeah, I probably would have took a drink. That was one nasty challenge. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Well, I guess I didn't have to do it. But I did. Okay, no more fooling around. Let me unplug this. And these beans, like I said, they've been cooking since, about 9 o'clock, yeah?
Yep.
Drag that over here.
Yep, it's on the floor.
Okay. Let me get that out from under the bar. Come on. So, try it on this.
On the back side.
There we go. Okay. Get that. Maybe you guys can see that. I was real careful with it. Not to over stir it or anything. I wanted the beans to stay beans. I didn't want them to turn into mush. Although they are super soft. I'll bet anything. All right. I think we're ready to go, Mrs. O.G.I.C.
Sounds good. Yep.
All right. Do me a favor, Mrs. O.G.I.C. When I hand you your bowl of beans, if you would, just kind of hold it by the camera for a minute and give these guys a close-up. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, but you can't tip it too far, guys, but look at that.
You can see it.
Yep. Thank you. Yum. Oh, I'll have you come back to get your tortilla here. All right. Oh, man. Okay, get this back out of my way. Serve up a little of the polenta. So crispy on the
Chris
outside.
says that he misses the campground above us.
Yeah, that's a cool place. It is a cool campground.
And Janice says you could be like the old guy in Florida Keys who became an emperor of the French Republic. C-O-R-I-C-H? Orange Republic?
Oh yeah? Well, I don't know about that.
And John said you have a cool looking crock pot.
Thank you. It's old. It's been around for a long time. So
Flipper Bearded Men said it looks delicious.
the
Stoner
homemade
Kitchen
torts,
said they look good.
the homemade tortilla.
Don said it looks good. John says, Tom, I bet you a hole in a donut that everything is going to taste great.
You think? You think so? Maybe. We'll see. All right.
Spoon?
Spoon. Yes.
Thank you.
You bet. Okay. So what's in the beans? Water, the beans, of course, onion, a little bit of carrot, white pepper, and the ham. That's it. That's all there is. I haven't added any salt yet. Last time I tasted it, it was almost salty enough as it is with the ham. Let's go here. Let's try a bite just by itself here. A little bit of everything. Go. Ah. Woo! Man, those beans just melt like butter. They are so soft. That is amazing. White pepper in here makes all the difference. Mm. Oh yeah.
Delicious.
Thank you, Mrs. Old Guy. Yeah, the ham is great. It imparted a lot of flavor. Still haven't had any salt yet. Still not sure if it needs it. Whoop. Bite of the tortilla. John, thank you for the idea for the video tonight. This one is pretty delicious. And I'm really looking forward to next week as well, when I get to do the maple bacon jam. And we're doing maple bacon jam burgers. Oh, that's going to be so good.
Jenna says, how about some hot sauce on that?
Some hot sauce on the beans? I could, I suppose, but I really like them like they are.
John said to eat some for him.
Oh, I will. No, you know, it's been, okay, Miss Old Guy, how many years since I've had ham and beans?
A long time.
A long time. Like we're talking 20, 25 years, long time. Last time I had this, we were at Mrs. Old Guy's parents. And Mrs. Old Guy's mom made a big pot of these beans and ham. And they were every bit as delicious as this. I ate 7 bowls. It was so good. Man. Well, let's just say I took the Dutch oven experience to Mrs. Old Guy to a limit that most people should never endure. Yep. Booted me out of the bedroom at about 2 in the morning. Made me go sleep on the couch. And see, that my thought on that was that she should have went into the couch, because now instead of just the bedroom, it was the whole house. So you got to pick your poison.
Crazy Dad said that he likes black-eyed peas with ham cooked in the crock pot all day with some cornbread. Oh yeah.
I normally would have done cornbread with this, but John specifically requested hand or homemade tortillas, so that's why we're doing it. Otherwise, yeah, normally I would do like a buttermilk jalapeno cornbread. Yum.
And Don says, let's pass the word. Give
All right.
Tom 1,000,000 subscribers.
Yeehaw! Hey, I'll be happy if I get 200.
And the two fluffy bearded men said, if you're ever looking for a cooking live idea, I'd like to see your homemade meatballs for spaghetti and meatballs.
Sure. We'll just add that into the line of things to do for a live stream, and that actually helps me because then, well, first of all, I don't have to try and think up something, and second of all, it gives me time to plan and get ready for it. So knowing in advance what somebody wants to watch or see, man, that makes it so much easier. So you want to do like, yeah, he said spaghetti and meatballs, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to make the pasta too? I can make the pasta too if you want. That's up to you.
John said, today, one of these days you ought to get together and cook and just hang out.
Oh, sure, John. I gotta try this polenta now.
Crazy Dad said meatball subs sound awesome. And Stoner Kitchen said the musical fruit.
Yeah, I guess so. It was a pretty crappy tune. These little polenta, I mean, oh man, it's almost like mashed potatoes in there. A little crispy and crunchy on the outside. Super creamy. I mean, it really does resemble in texture mashed potatoes much more than any of the other cornmeals. They're so good. And Mrs. O.G.I.C, not being able to eat potatoes, this makes a decent substitute. So
He said yes. If you can make pasta homemade, definitely.
okay, that's a doer.
And Don says, can you try and make puppy tacos?
Puppy tacos. Nope.
No.
Puppy?
Puppy.
Oh, puffy. What's that? John, what's puffy tacos?
Puppy.
Well, yeah, I thought he said puppy. And I'm gonna make my tacos out of my puppy.
John said, Tom, you should try to make more MRE challenge.
An MRE challenge? Like, well, I'm not sure how you would mean, John. Like, quickest one to eat, an MRE or something? I'm not sure what kind of challenge that would be.
And Chris says you should try your Chinese food recipe. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
And Janice said yes, puppy tacos would be great.
And that's because earlier, I think is why she said that, is earlier when we were on Val's stream watching Val, she had said something about, what was it? Anyway, I don't remember the exact word that it was, but I misinterpreted it and thought it was twins. Oh, twine. Right, it's the world's biggest ball of twine or something like that. And I thought she said the world's biggest ball of twins. I had to read it twice, so.
Uncle suggested for a dessert the Elvis Presley cake.
What is the Elvis Presley cake? Oh, I guess I'll look that up. That's the first I've heard of it.
John likes puffy tacos.
Oh, and fluffy bearded guy. I watched your video. I'm sure you saw my comment on the chocolate eclair, and I am going to make some eclairs, and I'll probably film that. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the next day. and get that video out. I absolutely love chocolate eclairs. I don't know though that I can actually duplicate the one that you had. I mean, I can make it the same length that you said that it was, and approximately the same width, but the amount of filling in there is going to make it pretty variable as far as whether or not it's actually the same size as the one that you ate. So, but I'm hoping to get close anyway. Make some big ass chocolate eclairs. Yum! I love chocolate eclairs. It's one of my favorite desserts.
Dawn says they're from New Mexico.
What is?
Puffy tacos.
Puffy tacos are from New Mexico. Okay.
And Stoner Kitchen said, yes, MRE reviews would be awesome.
The problem is getting them.
And John said, eat a MRE without water would be the challenge.
No.
Don says the shell is like an Indian fried bread.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the Cassandra says, hello, everyone.
Well, hi, the Cassandra. I'm glad you're here. We're kind of, enjoying the fruits of my labor. Homemade tortillas, some beans and ham, and some fried polenta cakes. Yum. Fried cheesy onion polenta cakes. I guess I should be a little more specific. I'm glad that you're here. It's been a little while. Since we've seen you. Sorry. I can't stop eating this. Been smelling it cook all day.
The two fluffy bearded men said, put your own twist on it, and he looks forward to it.
Put my own twist on what? Mrs. Old Guy.
Looking back here, hang on.
I can't remember 30 seconds ago.
Maybe spaghetti and meatballs? I don't know.
Okay. This is awkward.
Sean and the Pack. Love watching your channel. I'm going to do the Beanie Weenie Crush that you did.
Awesome. Who's this?
Sean and the Pack.
Sean and the Pack. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Welcome, I guess, to my kitchen.
Monetology 101. Watching you from New York.
Well, welcome from New York. I don't know if this really matters to you, but all of my family is from upstate. My parents were from Buffalo and Malone. Got kinfolk up there. So, yeah, awesome. Welcome, New York. It's, about 3 hours later there, 10 o'clock or something? Yep. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Old Guy in Colorado here every Saturday night. Next week, Arthur and I hope Olivia will be joining us for the maple bacon burgers. So those are going to be really good.
Stoner Kitchen wants to
Maple
know,
bacon jam. Sorry.
will you be sleeping on the couch tonight?
I might, but I've been kind of sleeping on the couch here lately anyway. Not because I'm in trouble, but because of these puppies. They wake up at awkward times of the night. They're not being fed by mommy anymore. They're being weaned off, so they eat their dry food. And sometimes they wake up at midnight and they want to eat. And sometimes they wake up 4 hours later and want to, get up and start making noise and whatnot. So Mrs. Old Guy and I take turns. I take the night shift and she takes the early morning shift. So
Cassandra said it sounds delicious. Dinner?
Oh, it is dinner. It is delicious.
And John said the Elvis Presley cake is a pineapple and pecan cake.
That sounds interesting. I'll give it a try.
Montology says, good luck to your live streaming.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. New at the YouTube game, so any useful advice is always welcome. You bet.
fluffy bearded man said he was talking about the eclair.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So what was this other comment then? Now that I'm clarified?
He's looking forward to you doing it.
Oh, okay. Great. For the eclair. Thank you. Old guys. Sometimes sometimes my memory don't work so good.
Sean and the pack said that they're from Watertown, New York.
Right,
And
nice.
now we're out roasting in the desert.
Out roasting in the desert. Oh, you're on vacation? Like in Arizona or maybe where? New Mexico?
He said that was
Nevada?
supposed to say roasting in Nevada.
Yep, okay. Nevada. Yep. Are you playing in Sin City? Are you in Vegas? Miss Old Guy and I go there on occasion. It's not too terribly far as a day drive, 800 miles. So do that in a day. All right, gonna eat some more of this. All right. I suppose I should probably get out of here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights, or I guess Saturday night. Sun's starting to go down a little bit. I guess I'm going to get on out of here. I really appreciate everybody watching. The new folk that have came in tonight to see me. I really appreciate it. The new contacts that I've made with bearded men and John and some of the other folks. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. This is why I do what I do. I appreciate it very much. So I'll see you guys next week, hopefully with Arthur and Olivia. And do me a favor, sometime this week, give back to your community somehow. Okay, just somehow. Volunteer some work, help a neighbor, just do something. Okay? Y'all take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. All right? Bye.